up, y'all? It's your girl Mika Chanel back with another edition of Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Alright, I know it's been a while since I've done an episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or Real Housewives of anybody. Though I do watch each week, this stuff just gets in the way. I've been trying to on this like little workout kick lately and trying to lose some lbs, y'all, and so I work out in the evenings, which is when I usually do like the videos that I do, and then you know, by the time I get around to doing the video, it's like 5 days after the episode has already aired. It's like, okay, whatever, a new episode is about to come on, and then, you know, it's a cycle. So anyway, so I'm here tonight doing the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season number 5, episode 18. There is one more episode left, which is really weird that they're ending it on 19 episodes. I always thought that it went, I don't know, I would have thought that tonight would have been or last night would have been the finale since it was 18, but whatever, anyways. So yeah, so episode 18, it starts off, the ladies are still in Amsterdam, still hanging out in Amsterdam and having fun, and I don't know about fun, but they're hanging out in Amsterdam. And so they're in this, I guess, the shopping district or whatever. They're like, you know, look like they're buying, I don't know, vegetables and spices and those wooden shoes that they wear in Holland. I don't know exactly what they're called. Wooden shoes? I don't know, but Yolanda has on a pair, and they were trying to find a pair or whatever. But anyway, so then you see Brandy, she's talking to Kim and she's buying flowers, and so Kim is like, well, why are you buying flowers? And she's like, you know, it's just kind of like an apology to Lisa Vanderpump because I slapped her last night. Like, really, you slapped Lisa Vanderpump, Brandy. This is what Kim is saying or whatever. It's like, I don't know why Brandy does the things that she does. Like, okay, so I didn't blog about the episode, but okay, why did she slap Lisa Vanderpump? I mean, I didn't even understand. She said it was like a joke. She wanted Lisa to like slap her back, which is kind of the same thing that she did with the whole wine toss in Eileen Davison's face. It's like, nobody's playing with you. Like, if somebody tells you they're not gonna hit you back, they're not gonna throw the wine back in your face, then don't do it. It's not, at that point, it's not a joke. At that point, you are asking for ass kicking is what, you know, my thing is. But clearly Lisa and Eileen are just too prim and proper to slap shit out of her ass back because Lisa didn't. She's just like, that is not okay. That is not okay. Well, you do not do that. And, you know, and Brandy's like, well, just hit me back. I thought you were going to hit me back, and I thought we were joking, and and it's just weird. Brandy's just strange. Anyway, so she's telling Kim about this, and that's why she's buying the flowers, and, you know, the ladies or whatever. So then at some point they all like meet up at this little spice rack or something. I don't know where they were. And Brandy tries to give Lisa the flowers, and Lisa's like, no. You know, at this point, Lisa is just completely over it. She is just like, I don't want to have anything else to do with you. I am so tired. I'm tired of trying to be cordial to you. I am just tired of trying to even ignore you. I just don't even want you even existing anywhere where I exist. You know, that's kind of where Lisa's at right there. So Brandy's like, you know, I don't know what else to do. And Lisa's basically telling, you know, Yolanda, like, you know, I mean, how many more chances can this girl get? Like, you know, don't keep tiptoeing around her all the time. Just tell her the way it is. This is getting ridiculous at this point, you know? So I guess that prompted Yolanda later on that evening to go talk to Brandy. Well, first you see Lisa in her hotel room, and she calls Ken and tells Ken about, you know, what happened and everything. Ken is clearly upset, and he's like, she slapped you? Like, what? Really? What? Why did she slap you or whatever? And so Lisa's, you know, trying to tell him, like, it wasn't like, you know, she viciously came after me or anything like that, but, you know, I'm just over it at this point. And so anyways, and the next thing you see Yolanda go into Brandy's room, and okay, first of all, let me say, Yolanda's outfit was bad, okay? That was a bad outfit. I want that dress that she had on, okay? I need that dress in my life in like a couple of different colors, okay? So a purple one, a red one, and a black one. I need that dress. Anyway, so Yolanda goes to talk to Brandy, And you can kind of tell that she wants to tell Brandy maybe you shouldn't come to the dinner, because I think like what Lisa had said to her kind of resonated a little bit, and saying like, you know, don't tiptoe around her, don't ask her nicely, you know what I mean? Like if she's not going to behave, then she doesn't need to be around. So anyway, so Yolanda's talking to Brandy and, you know, basically saying like, you know, the common denominator is you. Like, you know, we've had problems from the beginning of this trip and you are the common denominator, you know. And so Brandy's like, well, you know what, fine. I just won't even go out to dinner with you guys because I have a date anyway, you know. I guess she had met this guy, it's like 22, 23-year-old guy named Andre, like the night before, and she had hung out with him the night before. Which ironically is Lisa Vanderpump's son's friend. I'm like, you go all the way to Holland and you still run into people that you know, like this is weird, okay, but random. Anyways, yeah, so Brandy's like, you know what, fine, I won't even go out with you halfway to menopause ladies. That's what she said. Now it was kind of mean, but that's what she said. She's like, you know, I'm gonna go out with my little guy that's half my age and get my back broke. That's what she was like. This deuces, y'all. Go and have fun without me. So that's what they did. They went out to dinner. Lisa's like, where's Brandy? Yolanda says Brandy's not coming. Everybody except Kim, but everybody else was so excited about it. They were like, yes, we're gonna have a good night. It's gonna be yes, yes, yes. You know, great. I'm so happy that she is just not coming. You know, they kind of discuss Brandy a little bit and then they move on. They discuss how they really enjoy that hotel. And Yolanda's like, yeah, I really love this hotel. I came here like 30 years ago. And she's like, clearly I didn't have the money to come here 30 years ago, but at the time I was dating Julio Iglesias and he brought me here, and like everybody's like, oh wow, you know, Yolanda pulling out all these, you know, skeletons out of her closet, you know. And Lisa Rinna's like, oh my gosh, she's so fabulous or whatever. And I'm just like, I guess she's been dating rich men since way back. 30 years, that's a long time. That's almost as long as I've been alive. Anyways, so then you see Brandy, she's at like a restaurant. She meets at the restaurant with the guy. At first, I don't know if like the guy was like really that late or Bravo edited to make it seem like she was just sitting there waiting on him for a long time. Because at first it seemed like she was about to get stood up. But then he comes strolling in, Mr. Andre. He look like his name would be Andre, right? He's just like so European with his like, you know, I don't know, the coat. I don't know what those kind of coats are called with the like the open lapel, like, and it's not like a full suit, but I don't know what those coats are called. I guess it's a suit, a different kind of suit. Anyways, and he's all, you know, coming in looking all slick with it, you know. Anyway, so he sits down and they're having a conversation, and you know, they have like a little nice little conversation. He's a little smooth, you know, he's young, and so he's a little cocky or whatever. So Brandy's telling him like she thinks that kissing is like so intimate because I guess the night before that's all they did or whatever, and she's like, I think it could be more intimate than doing other things, and he's like, well, that's because the other guys haven't done you right. Horn in and let her figure out what it is that she might be missing. He's like, and she's like, yeah, because last night was great, and he's like, yeah, and tonight's gonna be even better. And she's like, oh my god, I've had 3 drinks already. He's like, wow, 3 drinks already, and like the look on his face was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get lucky, because he looked slick with it, you know. I mean, that was what he came for, right? You know. So he's like, let me show you around. So they leave the restaurant, and that's all you see of them for the rest of the night. Then you see back at the dinner that the ladies are having at the hotel, you see them just talking about, you know, different things that they want to do. And Lisa Vanderpump's like, I want to go see the live sex show in the red light district. And I don't know, like this whole like area where they're like in Amsterdam or whatever. Eric Jerome Dickey like wrote a series of books, and part of that series kind of was like based in this area. So I don't know, some of the things that they were saying he referenced in his book, so it's just kind of cool to kind of like link it all together like that, even though it's fiction. Jerome Dickey writes fiction, but he does do a lot of research for his books, and so a lot of there's a lot of factual things in his books. Anyways, moving on. That was just my little tidbit on what is it, the Gideon series. Yeah, Gideon was like, oh, Gideon. I don't know what he looked like in real life, what Eric Jerome Dickey has of him in his mind, but the way he looks in my mind, the man is fine, okay? Fine and rugged. Anyways, so, what was I talking about? Yeah, so anyway, so they were like, they want to go to the red light district, see a live sex show, and talking about going back to the banana boat. And I think the banana boat was the place that they had gone to. No, I think the banana boat is what they smoke or something, because, you know, it's legal to smoke weed over there or whatever. And like Yolanda's mom was just in the last episode, was just telling them like the kind of different, how to, you know, distinguish between different kind of have and whatever, I don't know. And then so I don't know if the banana boat was the actual little spot they were in, or if the banana boat is a type of marijuana that they were about to smoke or something. But they were just talking, they were tripping out, whatever. I think Lisa was the only one that actually did smoke, which I'm like, whatever, ladies. They're like, oh no, I can't smoke, whatever. Y'all know y'all wanted it. If the cameras wasn't on, y'all would have been blazed. Okay, y'all would have been blown out your minds. Whatever. They know they would. Anyway, so like you flash back to flash forward rather, 6 weeks. It says on the screen, 6 weeks later, they're back in California. You know, they're just kind of doing little snapshots of all the ladies at their homes. You see Eileen at her home yelling, talking, telling her son to get his swim trunks. You see Lisa, I don't know, just a bunch of stuff going on. Just, you know, just kind of seeing what's going on. But then you also see Yolanda take Brandy to the spa. So Yolanda's there waiting on Brandy. Brandy comes in. She's crying when she comes in. Like, she's clearly upset about something. And she says basically that her dad is in the hospital. Now, if you guys remember from like seasons past, I don't know if it was last season or the season before, but like Brandy and her dad don't have the best relationship. And like, I think it was like one episode she tried, I don't know, like they clearly don't have a good relationship, but at the same time, it's your dad, he's in the hospital, he's like, you know, nobody knows what's going on with him or whatever. So she's clearly upset, she's crying about it or whatever. But her dad they live in a different city. I think they actually live in a different state. No, they might still live in California, but I think they don't live like where she lives. So it was like nothing that she could really, you know, it wasn't like she can go visit him or anything at that moment. So they went ahead with the spa appointment. So during the like little spa treatment, Brandy's getting a facial, Yolanda's getting some kind of little drip. You know, she always gets some kind of something going on where she got she always trying to pump her body with some vitamins or some pig's placenta. I don't know. A freaking goat that she found at the top of the Himalayas that they scalped and burned and sacrificed and put his blood into her blood. I don't know, something crazy. She always coming up with something crazy. Anyway, she's walking around with this IV in her arm at the spa. I didn't even know they gave you IVs at the spa. Like, what the heck is she getting at the spa? Anyways, so they're talking and Brandy's just boo-hoo-hooing, and this time it's not just about her dad, she's probably emotional about a lot of different things. The girl just seemed like she got a lot of issues, you know what I'm saying? She drinks a lot, and I think that is to cover up the fact that she's hurting a lot about probably multiple different things, you know what I mean? So anyway, so she just breaks down and she's just like, you know, I'm just tired of everybody else being able to do what they want to do. Lisa Rinna can like dang near crack Kim over the head with a glass, you know what I mean? Like, everybody can just do whatever they want to do and say whatever they want to say. Yeah, they're not held accountable, and Brandy's the one that's held accountable. And I'm like, Brandy, okay, yeah, other people do things, but it's not a consistent pattern with these other ladies the way that it is with you. You get drunk, and then you think that everything you say is right and true, and everything that you do is okay, and you don't see, you're not seeing reality. And it's like that every single time you get around these ladies and you have a drink in your hand. So it's different when it's like a one-off situation with a couple of people that get into an argument and then they move past it, where when it's something else where you are clearly Like every single time you're acting a fool. And it just doesn't make sense. And it's like weird things you're doing. It's things that don't even make sense. Like throwing wine in Eileen's face. It was like out of nowhere. Like seriously. Like, are you in a Twilight Zone? Where are you living? Where is your mind? Ooh. Anyways, like seriously. I mean, I know you got some things going on, girl. Go get you a counselor, a psychiatrist, or just something and get it together. Anyway, so yeah, so Yolanda's just like, girl, stop crying, stop whining. You know, Yolanda's always so nice about it, but I know she just want to say, girl, shut the hell up. You are not a victim, stop crying. You know what I mean? But she's just like, I wouldn't be here if I didn't see the good in you. And I just want everyone to see the good in you. And I just want you to do this. And I just want you to do this. And I just want you to be a better person. And Brandy's like, look, whatever, Yolanda, I'm over it. I don't care. Then you move on from that scene. Like, you know, I don't feel sorry for Brandy. I do know when she first came on the show, I did feel bad for her because I felt like she was attacked by Kim and Kyle in the beginning. But then after that first season, she kind of put herself out there, like, you know, the one that was going to be the troublemaker and the one that was just always going to be saying the wrong inappropriate thing, or the one doing the inappropriate, you know, like she put it out there that this is what she was going to do, I guess, to stay relevant on the show. So you can't really, you know, cry about it now in season 5. It is what it is. I think she came on like season 2, maybe season 3. Something like that. No, I'm pretty sure she came on like season 2. Yeah. Anyways. So, the next scene, you see Kim. She goes to meet up with Adrian. I'm like, hey, where Adrian been? Taylor too? Where's Taylor? Camille. Anyway, so Kim goes to meet up with Adrian. And I did forget that they were kind of close, you know. And, so she tells Adrian about the trip to Amsterdam and the drama with Lisa Rinna trying to crack her over the head with the glass, and the fact that Kyle didn't stand up for her, and just all of that kind of drama. And Adrian's like, you know, but you need to talk to Kyle. You can't like just keep this inside. You need to talk to her and work it out. It's your sister or whatever. And you know, Kim's just going on and on and on about how Lisa Rinna just won't let up on her, you know, just always questioning her sobriety, which is understandable because I think that Lisa, after the first couple episodes, I was like, dang, Lisa, leave the girl alone, okay? Everybody can see something is wrong. You don't have to always call it out. You don't have to be the one to call it out. She's already asked you to move on from the subject, to leave her alone, but yeah, you keep bringing it up. You know, so I can understand that, especially it's a touchy subject with Kim. I don't think she's completely sober myself, but I don't think that she is as bad as she was in previous seasons either. But at the same time, Lisa Rinna may need to just back up a little bit. That's how I think. Anyway, so then you see Lisa Rinna and Kyle, and it looks like they're having dinner, and of course they are going to discuss the trip and things like that. And I thought it was weird that Kyle tells Lisa that she hadn't spoken to Kim since they've been back, when in the beginning of the whole, like, after this commercial break, it said it had been like 6 weeks later. So I'm like, you haven't talked to your sister in 6 weeks? I mean, it just seems odd to me that you wouldn't talk to your sister in 6 weeks. I can't imagine, like, 6 weeks? That's a long time to go without talking to your sister. You know what I mean? Especially when you guys have some issues that you need to work out. You know what I mean? But, I mean, 6 weeks is just a long time in general to go without talking to one of your siblings, I think. But anyway, so she says that she's going to call Kim and invite Kim out to the desert, which is Palm Springs, to her new home, her second house that she and her husband just bought, so that they can discuss everything. And I'm sitting here watching this like, why isn't Kim the first one to hear about the fact that you're inviting her out to your, out to Palm Springs to have this conversation? Why are you telling this first to Lisa Rinna? Like, you know, I always say Kyla's my favorite housewife, and she is still my favorite housewife. She has not lost her spot yet. Not just yet, but she might be losing it because the OC might be coming back, and I love me some Shannon Fedora. Anyways, yeah, so, but Kyle's just so, like, she's such a drama queen, and I don't know if that comes from having all them dang kids and being a housewife and cooped up in the house with all them kids all the time, or what. But like she's very dramatic with it, and I just think sometimes she does need or wants attention, and so I'm just not understanding why she's talking to Lisa Rinna before she talks to her sister about, you know, inviting her out and having a chit chat, whatever. So then Lisa is like, you know, it's not just me, it's not just Eileen, it's not, you know, Brandy even has concerns about Kim, you know, in her sobriety. Like, Brandy talked to me about having an intervention with her, and I'm like, oh wow, Lisa Rinna. Now, why you gotta say that to Kyle? Because you know Kyle is gonna go running back to Kim to say all this information. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, some things you just need to keep to yourself. But, you know, it's the Housewives, so what's the Housewives show without secrets being told, people running their mouth, drama being started, whatever. So, anyways, that was that. She told her, and you know, Kyle was just like, I know Kim would not be okay with that. I know that she would not be okay with that. So anyway, so that was pretty much the end of that scene. And then you see Lisa is back at her restaurant, Pump, the newest one. She's officiating a gay wedding. And I know, like, I don't know if you guys remember from last season when they were first breaking ground on the restaurant. And she was telling one of the construction guys that she wanted to become an officiant and do weddings or whatever. So she gets to do her first wedding at Pump, and it's cute. It's a little interracial couple. I think it was like a black guy and I don't know if he was Hispanic or what. I don't know. But yeah, so they got married. It was cute. That was really all to that scene. It wasn't really much. I just wanted to talk about that. They had like a little red carpet as they got out their little limo and stuff. It was cute. Anyway, so then you see Kyle's at her Palm Spring house, which she calls a desert because it is a desert. California is a desert anyway. They still in water and everything. Anyways, so Kyle's house is gorgeous. Oh my god, this house is gorgeous. Like, I thought her main house was gorgeous, but her second home is even more gorgeous. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this house. Like, I just love looking at their houses, and like, this is a new house now in the mix. You know, it was just, everything was gorgeous. I love like dark, like, I like to have color like on the walls and stuff, but I like everything to be dark. Like, my house is brick, it's a dark brick. Like, all of my doors are dark wood, my floors are hardwood. You know what I mean? Like, I like that feel, and then you can add pops of color, you know, with your pillows or curtains or whatever. And my walls, you know, are colorful too. Anyways, so yeah, so I just love the way her house is. It's just, her house is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say. It's just gorgeous. Like, maybe my husband, he's like, that house is sick. That's what he says. He always says sick, but he's like, that house is sick. I'm like, yes, that house is gorgeous. Anyways, let's move on from how the house looks. So so Kim gets out there finally. I guess they got stuck in traffic or whatever. So she gets out there. She's kind of hinting around to the fact that she didn't understand why Kyle invited her all the way out there to discuss their issues. Like, you know, she's like, Kyle invited me to her house in Palm Springs to talk. You know, she kind of rolled her eyes a little bit when she said it in her interview. So, I mean, it's the same thing I was thinking. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did you have to drive all the way out there to talk? Why can't you just come over to, you know, you got a home there in Beverly Hills. But whatever. So, you know, they started discussing all of their issues, and Kim basically starts out, and I think she did a very good job of getting out how she felt, why she felt that way, and why she felt Kyle was contributing to, you know, her ill feelings about everything. So, and then, of course, true Kyle fashion, she jumps up. She's so dramatic. And that's probably why I like her, because I'm dramatic, too. I would have jumped up, too, and I would have been walking around and flailing my arms. And, you know, that's just what I do. So, like, Kyle jumps up. She's like, you would think I think that. I'm like, no. And then she comes and she sits back down. And then she, like, dramatically drinks, like, picks up this glass of tea or lemonade or whatever it was. And just, like, drinks it, like, gulps it. Like, it was just... I don't know, gonna save her from something. I don't know. It was just so funny. Like, I'm like, why is she like gripping that glass like that? And so Kim is just basically saying, like, you know, you are on Lisa Rinna's side, and I don't understand why you're on Lisa Rinna's side. I mean, she's like, I know how you get, you clam up or whatever, but, you know, that's fine. I don't need you to defend me because I have Brandy to defend me. And why did she bring up Brandy's name? And then Kyle's just like going off, like, that's okay, you know what I'm saying? You want, you know what I'm saying? Brandy's on your side. Brandy's your best friend. Do you know what your best friend says about you behind your back? She says that you need an intervention. So then Kim is just like, it goes to commercial. Kim's face is like, no, she didn't. You know, like one of those like looks on her face or whatever. And so they come back from commercial and they're just going back and forth about the Brandy thing and her telling Lisa about, you know, wanting to do an intervention and how she's worried about Kim and all this and all that. And Kim's just like, Brandy's my friend, and if she's gonna hurt me, I'll find that out. I will be hurt, but I'll find out on my own. You're my sister, and you bring me to this house to have a talk. So then the hurt feelings come in about the house because, of course, from season 1, you remember the big old argument they had in the limo, and Kim yelled, "You stole my house!" All dramatic, you know, and basically I guess they had a house. Their mom left the house, her mom's house to them, and to the 3 sisters, and Kyle bought the other 2 sisters out, and I guess Kim, didn't want to be bought out, but I guess at the time couldn't afford to chip in on the mortgage, so it was like, well, we can buy you out, basically. But then they sold that house to get the house that they have now. They just got this house, like, you know, recently, so I think Kim has some ill feelings about that as well, about them selling the house and things like that, so yeah, they do. I mean, as sisters, you have issues, and clearly they have a lot of issues that they need to work through, and I hope that they work through it because sisters should not fight like that. Sisters should always be united, and that's it. That's it. That's in an episode as well. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be pretty good next week. It's the finale. Adrian is having a party, and so all the ladies are gonna be there. Of course, there's gonna be arguing. It looks like Lisa Rinna and Kyle may get into it or something. Brandy, of course, is gonna be arguing with some people, and so we'll see what happens next week. I'm looking forward to it. Then, of course, they're probably gonna have like 4 reunion shows. I don't know after that and whatever. So, are you guys watching The Real Housewives of Melbourne? I watched the first season. It was on like YouTube last year, and I was watching it on YouTube, but it was like kind of weird only watching on YouTube. I had an old janky phone. Like, it's not the phone I have now that I'm using to record. Like, I had this old janky ass phone, and like the screen was so small, and it was like always shaky. So, but I watched it. I pretty much listened to the first season, and I did watch the first episode of this season. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think I will definitely be blogging about it because it comes on Thursday nights, which means I can blog about it on Fridays when I work from home. Or actually, yeah, the days I work from home on Fridays. I can do it on my lunch break. I can come down here and blog about it. So yeah, it's going to be a good fit. Anyways, that's it. That's all. So until next time, stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel Is Just Saying.